Hey guys, this is a quick look at the 1991 version of Classics Illustrated Ivanhoe. Of course, there are multiple completely different comics called Classics Illustrated Ivanhoe because they had to make it hard on you. I'm actually going to try to get the 1950s one to compare, but this is the one I grew up with as a child. It was every bit as fun reading it now as I remember it being as a little kid. I recently read the novel, so I have lots of thoughts about the novel that'll need its own video. Short take on the novel is it's one of the great classics. Sir Walter Scott is just a giant, lovable history nerd, and he blends just the perfect amount of realism in romance in the novel. So let's concentrate on the comic. Mark Wayne Harris does a very good job of abridging it. If you want an example of how to abridge a long, thick, complicated historical novel into a tight package, this does great. It tends to put the most focus on some of the most fun scenes, and then when there's a 20-page description of the tournament, he gets it down into 3 pages. Ray Lago's art. I wasn't sure if I was going to love Ray Lago's art as much as I did as a kid, because I tend to be a cartooning supremacist. I think I strongly prefer cartooning for comics, and I'm not a big fan of realistic styles in comics generally, but Ray Lago is chef's kiss, right? He overcame my bias because he doesn't just have, sometimes realistic art, it can be a little flat and boring, but Ray Lago actually studies human expression and has some dynamism in his art, like this guy, right? Like, you can tell that's a conniving bastard by his expression. So it's realistic art, but it doesn't fall into the trap of just making everything look flat and three-dimensional. It has a lot of personality and flair to it. Furthermore, the fact that it's knights in shining armor, I think the beautiful watercolors is a very good fit stylistically to the subject matter. I mean, when you think about it, knights in shining armor, heraldry, the colors on the horses and the arms. So it's a perfect blend of art style and subject matter. We've gone 2 minutes, but this is a high recommendation for a pickup. You might be able to find it used. I got mine for about $10, I think, which there's inflation. Sure, there's inflation, but that's not bad. Really fun, great introduction to Ivanhoe for a kid. Obviously, I recommend the novel, but looking at this on its own as an adaptation, very respectable adaptation, and absolutely sumptuously gorgeous illustrated version of Ivanhoe that really brings the beauty of it to life.